Hey guys, it's been a little while since I had my children do some spelling supplements over the summertime, and I thought it was time to do an update on how it went and if I feel like it has helped our language arts this year by using those through the summer. So if you go back and look at our summer plan video, which I can link up top for you, I mentioned that my two youngest children, I was going to put in a spelling supplement for them through the summer for two very different reasons. So for the youngest one, who was between grades 2 and 3, I got Explode the Code because I wanted to help with the sounding out and kind of figuring out how words are spelt by the sounds that they make. Whereas my other child, who was between grades, 5 and 6, she needed to work on some actual spelling and just the repetition of this is the way we spell it and remembering how to spell those words. And so I picked up a book by Evan-Moor and I dropped down to grade 4, and I explained this before, but we went through some of the samples together, and I thought this would be a good place for her where it would be not too difficult, but still she needed some of it in there to kind of boost her spelling. So let me turn the camera around. I'll give you a quick flip through of the two books now that the kids have done them, and I'll come back and chat a bit because we're about 7 or so weeks into our school year, and I wanted to share kind of if I think it's helped or not. So here are the two books. I'll go ahead and show you Explode the Code first. I think I did a flip through in that other video I was talking about, but I'll give you a better look at it. So this is level 2. Again, I felt like this level was going to be useful and practical, but not like super difficult for my son. So it has 11 lessons. Number 7 is a review, and same with number 11, and there is a little post test that you can do. So it goes through different consonant blends. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a whole teacher's book that you can get to do with this. I just used this workbook, so this is the only thing I know. I haven't used any of their other books or teacher books. So it starts off with like a flower, which is the first starting sound. So very basic. And then it has matching the same word, where you have to choose between words that kind of look the same. And then there's writing the word and circling what that word means. You have to choose from the picture. Is it a block or is it a lock? Is it a flat or is it fat? So they have to really look at the word and the sounds and figure out which is the correct word. Here, there's a picture. They have to put the same word here. And this one, they actually have to spell the word. And this is probably my favorite part of this, because you actually have to sound out, and they break it into the sounds. How do you spell block? Well, blah, ah, k. And then they write it. So there's that part. Then there's these questions, just yes or no. And you can see 2 different sentences, which one is the correct one for the picture. And again, write each one. And it's the same words within like each unit or each lesson. So then you're on to lesson 2. At the back, there is this little post test. You can dictate, and there's words here. And so let's see, yeah, it says teacher directed. So there's some information here about it. And I'll just give you a quick flip through what the rest looks like. So that's what my son did. And then this is the book my daughter did. Evan-Moor, grade 4, Building Spelling Skills. So it starts out with the scope and sequence, teaching the weekly unit, spelling strategies, how to study your list, sentences for dictation, take home spelling lists, and then weeks 1 to 30 activity pages, because there are 30 like lessons or units in here. And there's the forms, master word list, and the answer key. I did not do the dictation with my daughter because she was doing this primarily independently. I would just mark it. So it talks about the different weeks and what it's focusing on each week. Teaching the unit, all the instructions here. So we didn't do the weekly tests because we just weren't doing the words. There's some strategies and all the stuff. The sentences that you're going to dictate are here. We do dictation with her everyday language arts, so I didn't do that. These are the weeks of spelling. And then it jumps into, here's what week 1 looks like. So it has some copy and spell, the word list. There's always spaces. You can add your own words if you want. And then you have to cover and try and spell the word without like looking at it. Over here, you're going to be filling in the words that fit in the blanks. This is the dictation part we didn't do. You're sorting out and filling in the letters that are missing. You have to circle the words with the sound of E as in we, and then underline E as in make. And then this one, you are connecting the front and end part to make a word. Circle the word that's spelled correctly. I found this really interesting. I had to kind of do some double takes sometimes. This is not my strength, this part right here. Had to circle the words that were incorrect and spell them correctly. And then it went on to week 2. And they're set up pretty much the same. I'll show you the back here. There's some more information. There's the answer key. Here's the master list of words. There's a little congratulations thing in the back. You can cut those out. Crossword puzzle, make your own spelling list. So this is what the book looks like. All right, so those were the 2 books. Let me share my thoughts on them now. All right, so let's start with Explode the Code. I really like the way that this workbook is laid out. I think the way that they have set up for kids to learn the blends and to really sound words out is exactly what my son needed. He loved it in the beginning, and then it wasn't his favorite by the end. I think maybe it just kind of got too much in the summer. I don't know. But now that we're into our language arts, I think it helped him. However, I think he's kind of slipping back into not necessarily sounding everything out the way he needs to spell. So I already picked up the next book, which is the 2.5. I'm not sure when I'm going to start him on this one. I'm thinking maybe after Christmas, because I think he's going to need this. I think he needs this to complement and to keep up that skill. So I feel like it was a really good purchase, and it was good to have him do it in the summer. However, I think he needs it during the year. So I'm going to give the next book in that series a try. I'll let you know at the end of the year kind of how I found that and if I continue using that series. And then the other one, Evan-Moor. This one, I feel like it needed some more parent interaction, a little bit more. In the beginning, my daughter was doing really well. She was spelling words better. But by the end, again, I think she was just done. It was summertime. She just wanted to play, and I think it's slipped a bit. I think maybe if I was doing the dictation with her and the spelling, like as it's set up, like as a test, it would have been more effective. So at this point, she already does a lot of dictation and spelling with her regular language arts, but I might have her do the next level, which I think it just goes right to grade 5 next summer. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. I'm glad we did it. I think it helped. It's just I'm not sure if it's one of those things where we need to keep using that to really cement how certain words are spelt, or if I need to go back and work on the basic spelling rules with her that maybe she doesn't remember them all. So we'll see. Hopefully this has been helpful to you though. If you have any questions about these 2 books or the curriculum, let me know in that comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope this finds you having a great day. Take care.